Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Zane and this is Altcoin Disrupt. It certainly has been a long time since I've made a video on Proton, so this is what we're here to do. We're here to make a video on Proton, a general update for the Proton ecosystem, so this will be an exciting video. I will also go through a price analysis and price prediction of the Proton token, so this will be quite exciting. Now, I must make you aware that this video is not financial advice. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes and for educational purposes. But we've got some big news and some big updates to go through. And the first one I'd like to start with is Proton PNS, Proton's Name Service, introducing the naming service for Proton, Decentralized Domain Resolution. So for an introduction, you may have recently notice members of the Proton community proudly displaying their Proton at name with a .xpr domain in the address. Proton Naming Service was inspired by the work of Ethereum, creating a decentralized naming service, ENS, that can serve as a fundamental layer for Web3. As Proton accounts names are already human readable by default, Proton domains provide a structure for payments and data routing that can serve not only one blockchain, but in the case of Ethereum, but every blockchain and token, including NFTs. Additionally, Proton domain extends beyond payments, routing translation, allowing transfer of fiat and digital assets between banks and financial services. So yeah, this is a big thing for Proton, but you also have to remember that the ENS, Ethereum Naming Services, is something that actually went viral recently. A lot of people were actually talking about it. A lot of people were actually claiming their token, and some people didn't know what this thing is. I did make a video on this on the ENS, and it was actually quite a good video. So there you can see for yourself that my video on ENS, Ethereum Naming Services, is available on my channel. I uploaded it like 3 weeks ago. Check it out to get some information on ENS if you don't know anything about ENS. But today we're going to focus on Proton. Now, Proton takes the concept of decentralized domain further with the concept of decentralized identity and decentralized verification. One element that is very important to remember is the cost of scaling for larger networks like Facebook and PayPal. Account creation costs and verification must be efficient, cost-effective when you are talking about hundreds of millions or billions of users. Proton enables this scaling cost through its unique resource and governance model. Decentralized problems need a decentralized solution, and when it comes to decentralized identity, we need decentralized verifier domains. We begin with the KYC and KYB standards, which is managed by a Proton consortium, similar to ICANN. These domains will be granted out by consortiums gradually over time to money service businesses, banks, payment processors, and identity providers. So the first verifier on the network is currently run by Metalius. And Metalius is a founding consortium member and creator of MetalPay application, a Venmo-like app for cryptocurrency with banking capabilities. They go into more information on top-level crypto names for every blockchain, so it gets quite exciting from there, but we do have plenty of other news to get onto, starting with how to become a block producer on Proton. This part of the video is not for everyone, to be honest. This part of the video will be nice and short. I'm not going to go into the great details. I'm just making you aware that Phantom does want more people to become block producers on their platform and developers on their platform as well. They want to expand, obviously. So at Block 21 producers working on Proton and more are waiting to join their ranks, our distributed network of block producers work around the clock to keep Proton running smoothly, quickly, and with no downtime. Our community love our block producers. They keep our ecosystem secure, help us to process thousands of transactions per second, and deliver one of the best cryptocurrency experiences in the industry. So there you have it, the simplest way of how to get involved with Proton. And they do have a Proton BP requirement, and it can get quite technical in these areas. Like I said, that part is not for Like I've said, that part is not for everyone. We want to stick to the basic and we want to stick to the essential. Meet WeBought.com, the new Proton Mobile Wallet and Authenticator. The brand new WebAuth.com mobile applications are now live, available on web, Android, and iOS. If you're ready to try out the next generation of multi-factors authentication and decentralized identity that runs on Proton, head on over to WebAuth.com to get started. So what is WebAuth.com? It's the new industry standard for device authentication, identity management, payment processing, and cryptocurrency transactions for Web 3.0. Built on the Proton blockchain, with WebAuth.com, you can improve transactions, make cryptocurrency payments, link your decentralized identity, verify, add, remove access for all logins, and reject impersonation attempts through the use of your smartphone. Similar to how Google Authenticator and other popular two-step authentication app platforms work, except with a higher bar for security utilizing Proton sign-in requests over OTP, one-time password that can easily be pushed. Where does the name WebAuth come from? So naturally, you can check this out for yourself to get some additional information, but what are the advantages of the WebAuth.com app? It allows you to do everything from a typical MFA app does, like providing your identity, approving transactions, and so much more. With built-in cryptocurrency wallet capabilities, a ready-made swapping feature, and easy cryptocurrency staking, the WebAuth app is more than just a way to do MFA. So if you're someone who's enjoyed using the Proton wallet, you're going to fall in love with the WebAuth.com. While built with an entirely different code base, it's essentially the same Proton wallet design that you've grown accustomed to. However, this new code base means that your experience will become much smoother, faster, and more capable than ever before. So they go into more exciting information on how the WebAuth.com stacks up against the competitors. And that's a really good point. I'm glad they went into this information. We won't spend too much information on this because I do believe that it's good to leave you with a bit of homework. You can check this out if you need some additional information. So let's take a look at the roadmap for Proton. Launching all the way back in May of 2020, mainnet that was launched in May at that time, coming up all the way to where we are right now, and it's actually quite exciting. So we've just passed Q3 of 2021, and that was mostly based on WebAuth.com, and we just finished speaking about it, a platform that is designed to allow authentication, identity management, payment processing, and cryptocurrency transactions for Web 3. And this is built on the Proton blockchain. Liquidity mining. Proton Swap will allow liquidity miners to earn reward on the token that they provide to the pool and select trading pairs. Liquidity mining on Proton is designed to be simple, attractive, and seamless. Now, as of Q2 this year, earlier in this year, there was some big news. Create, sell, and buy NFTs with no gas fees, near zero minting costs, and superb end-to-end user experience. With the Proton chain's fast speed 3000 plus TPS, those are transactions per second, and the Proton Wallet ultra secure PSR, Proton is the perfect new home for NFTs. So next up, we've obviously got Q4 of 2021, which is the end of this year, exactly where we are right now. Proton Wallet 2.0. We're completely reimagining the Proton Wallet experience and rebuilding it from the ground up to be even better using the modern framework of React Native to recharge. So next up for early next year, they've got fiat transactions integration. Proton Chain was developed with the intent of recording payments pending transactions of fiat as well as crypto transactions. As fiat banks are moved into Proton Wallet, and we'll determine the first example of that. Now, as fiat banks move into Proton Wallet, we will demonstrate the first example of that. So as of Q2 next year, it's actually going to be quite exciting to see. Using the loan token will be airdropped to Proton holders in Q2 this year. So actually the lead up to this event started all the way back in Q2 of this year, early. Proton lends allow individuals to borrow, lend cryptocurrency using multiple blockchains simultaneously. This multi-chain approach will open up lending opportunities that are not commonly available on other crypto lending platforms. So how will Proton interact with fiat currency? As stated in the original white paper, the ultimate goal of Proton is to process payment pending transactions for fiat on-chain. In order to effectively roll this out, we need to integrate the Metal banking and WebAuth.com functionalities. This is an ongoing process that our team is dedicated to. Will Proton offer staking rewards on other coins in addition to XPR? And will Proton support NFTs? Proton already does support this simple asset protocol. We're working on the further NFT support. So that's quite exciting. A nice simple explanation of the roadmap for Proton and some additional information that we can all be thankful that we were actually here to witness this and get some more information on Proton. Quite exciting. So additionally, what else can you learn about Proton? Users name. Every business individual account on Proton as a unique human readable name. Need to send $20 to Fred. It's easy as you would expect. Verified identity, something that Proton is focusing on heavily. Built for stablecoins, Proton supports multi-wrap stablecoins including USDC, PAX, which is PAX, and TUSD. Developers can add their own coin in permission-free ways. 4,000 plus transactions per second. We've stress tested Proton at over 40 million transactions per day. It can handle far more transactions than blockchain apps are currently collectively capable of. Users never pay gas fee. All users' transactions are completely free. Send $20 to someone, the person gets $20. You send nothing. All the resources are handled by the app, extremely low tier costs. Apps interact with blockchain by an in-wallet payment request. This revolutionary technology eliminates the need for Chrome input that are dApp stories or other devices. And here's where it gets even more exciting. Proton token. The Proton token server 3. Governance of the chain, allocating network reserve and making them reward and staking rewards for a long-term holder. So they go into many of the utility this token can be used for, such as governance, resources, and obviously staking. So what is the origin of Proton? Now, it was designed as a joint effort by two companies, Metal and Lynx. Both companies share the vision of making crypto more accessible for everyday consumers, and both have independently made significant progress towards that goal. Consumer-friendly platform for peer-to-peer platform, Lynx has developed an app-focused blockchain. Proton combines the elements of both effort into a single unified offering. So what is Proton trying to solve? It's trying to improve and streamline the verification and speed at which payments are processed either between banks or merchants. Currently, for traditional payments, users aren't asked to consent before a payment is processed unless going over a comfortable limit from the credit card processor, and the second layer of authentication is usually an insecure telecom network. So that's quite exciting. Now what we have to do is take a look at the token itself. Currently sitting at 18 cents. So it's obviously getting close to 10 cents, and I think it can accomplish this around January, maybe February at the latest, depending on how the crypto market goes. The crypto market could go into a huge crash. But nevertheless, I think this crypto has proven itself time after time after time after time once again. Now as for Proton, so at some of the lowest price in history for Proton was actually around 0.003 cents. That's incredibly low, and to be honest, this crypto is still incredibly low. But what mostly surprised me isn't the low price, but the low transactions volume. That is extremely low. And that's probably because I'm comparing this to other cryptocurrencies, but I'm comparing this to other cryptocurrencies who intend on competing in a world where other platforms are building dApps quickly. They're building dApps quickly, such as Avalanche, Solana, Terra, Cardano. They're doing it on a completely different level. If Proton wants to compete in this market, they have to do something similar, something better, or do something of the same nature. But I've seen other cryptos with much bigger margin, and they're probably overrated in my opinion. But unfortunately, that's how the market goes sometimes. But I think if Proton starts developing more dApps and application indexes and just more features, a bigger ecosystem for its users, I think more people will be willing to invest in this token, because it's obviously not a bad project. They've got a great idea, and I think that they could definitely do well in the future. But it remains to see. I will see how the team tackles multiple problems and how they overcome these things. But yes, with such a low volume of this crypto, it's remarkable that not many people are talking about this. I mean, sometimes the trading volume was just around 3 million, 1 million, 2 million. It fluctuates a lot, yes. So all across the board, you can look for yourself that there was huge volume in the month of October and November, and perhaps even the early parts of December as well. Obviously, we're not in the early parts anymore. It's quite clear and obvious that the market has been affected, but you can see the promise. You can obviously see the potential within this token, especially if you do believe that you can make a great profit. That in turn tells you a lot that the token, or where the cryptocurrency, is definitely undervalued. And I think that's the state of mind for a lot of crypto right now, is that they're undervalued and we actually don't know how to deal with it. We don't know where the market cap is going to go or where the price is going to go. And because Proton has taken a long time to prove itself in the crypto space, I think it's going to be a while before Proton prove itself in the crypto space once again. But yes, I'm seeing great volume, even though the 24 hours trading period are quite low. I'm still seeing huge volume, huge numbers, and this is a great thing for Proton. So yeah, I definitely think that this crypto could be at 10 cents one day, but who's to say when that day is? It can be a little bit complicated like that, but you have to keep in mind it's at a simple 0.018 cents. So basically almost 2 cents. So that's quite remarkable. But long term, I'm looking for that 10 cents mark. And I think that's definitely possible, especially next year when people will be pushing a lot of money into the crypto market, despite the fact that right now the prices are actually cheap. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more, and obviously I will see you in my next video.